Hi, this is Rachelle with Journal Life's Journey, and I am back to work on the fall journal. It's a fabric covered journal, traveler's notebook style. Last time we did this insert. It's a monthly insert. It has 13 months. You got double pocket folder for the cover, and if it's on the elastic. So I'm going to work on the next insert for it, and I wanted to do this one junk journal style. So I have some of the paper from the paper pad that I'm using. I have a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to attempt to cover this cardstock with this paper at the top, then this one at the bottom. There will be a pocket that wraps around the cover. This will be a pocket. This will be a pocket. And I will embellish this so that the foil is not glaring. I've used this paper throughout the journal, so I figured it would be okay to put on the cover of this junk journal that's going on the inside. So let's start by gluing these pieces down, and I am going to stitch on this journal. I may take the other one out and stitch, but I really don't think I need to. And I should probably put the glue on here so that I don't go down too far. I'm not worrying about going all the way to the edge because I'm going to stitch it. So okay, I hope I got that covered pretty well. Let's go ahead and add that. Try to line it up. Okay. Now, why is that not all the way to the edge? All right, let's use this piece. Glue a pocket in place. I'm going to let this hang over just a little bit so that I can make sure. All right, so there's that. I'm going to trim it up, then wait for it to dry so that I can stitch around, and then I'll work on folding it. But let me go ahead. Maybe I should wait and trim after I stitch. I say as I trim it. I may be able to put some type of trim up there in here. Let's see, I got these extra pieces. I'm gonna do something down here. I don't know what it'll be, but it will be something. Maybe I can do something with some vellum to push back that shine. All right. So if I do that, then I can do a piece up top. What do we think? Do I want to stitch first and then deal with that later? Maybe I should have stitched this before I glued it down. I think I'm just going to stitch around the edges and call that good. Okay. Okay, so it is all stitched. I had problems with my thread as per usual, but I think it just adds to the junk journal look of it. I'm going to go ahead and score it at 5.5, which is the center, and hope for the best. I haven't done this before. I should probably score a little bit on either side. Let's see. And before I burnish it, I want to make sure that my edges line up pretty well. And then burnish. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Then I'm going to use the very small corner rounder here. Hopefully I can get this in here. It's kind of thick. Yeah, it works. And just knit those corners. I don't know if that thread is going to get nipped. Can't get that one. This one. Alright. Smooth the threads out of the way. And I do leave the threads long because I like that look. Kind of grungy, junky look. It's not going to go on because of the bulk of thread in that area. So I'm just going to use the scissors and mimic the other corners. Okay. So then I'm free to decorate in here however I want. Should I start inking stuff? I think I'm going to ink. Let's do that. So I've been using gathered twigs. Let's continue with that. Ink around the edges. I think I'm going to slack off on the inking now because sometimes when I look back at stuff, it's like, whoa, that's a lot of ink. It doesn't appear to be a lot of ink to me at the time, but it can get a little heavy-handed. I can get a little heavy-handed. All right, so since I didn't ink in advance, let's put this paper in here and ink that edge. Oh. So there's our junk journal cover for the inside. Now, do I want to do this? I think that looks nice. And I probably should have put it on so that I could have stitched over it. But I didn't think of that. But I didn't want to stitch over it on the top. But I don't think I want to put it on the top. What else do I have close at hand? I'm going to hold off on that because I do need to decide what I'm going to put on these pieces. But it's a nice little pocket there. And there. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to decide what I want to, how I want to decorate this, and I will be back.